Right, we're live. Alive, oh. With cockles and mussels achieve the big O. Having a note in my head. Somebody's joined us anyway. There's a couple how there's four people. 6, 7, it's going up right like. Hello, how's things guys? Welcome to Sunday night's investigation. Midnight investigation, paranormal shenanigans with myself, Pabs, Clodagh and Jared. We're just heading down a section of the towpath, nearly towpath at the minute. We're going to investigate a place that we investigated before called Hickeys Lane. The last time me and Damien done that investigation, we never got in contact with William Hickey, the guy who was executed there, so we're going back tonight to see if we can make contact again. Then we're also going down onto the main towpath, back down onto the main towpath, to do the stretch between the little stone bridge and the bypass bridge, where apparently a phantom boat has been seen on many occasions. So just bear with us guys, it'll take us about 5 minutes to get there. I just thought I'd go live because by the time we got all the equipment ready, it was 12:10 and didn't want to be keeping you guys waiting. So we'll just have a little bit of a chat while we're walking down towards Hickeys Lane. How is everybody? Did you all have a good weekend? I see there's a good bit of interest being generated about the Bluebell Motor House. That's right guys, show us them love hearts. No thumbs up, show us the love hearts. And share the stream if you can. The weather's not too bad here, Angel. It was raining for a good part of the day, but it's finished now. It's actually nice and mild tonight. As I said, the Bluebell Motor House generated huge interest. Them photographs I posted this evening, a lot of people private messaging the page looking information on it. It's actually generated that much interest, we've decided to go back and investigate it. Now when we're going to do that we don't know. We'll be looking to have a full team out for that. Hopefully within the next couple of weeks we'll be back down there, because that was the investigation where I made a balls up of the video and we couldn't get it uploaded. We couldn't get a live stream out because of the network, so nobody has actually seen the video of that investigation bar myself. So hopefully things will be different the next time. Hey Serena. Hey Donna. Orla says she's drunk out. Fair play to Orla. Happy days. Happy days. Enjoy the night. Well, Damien, how are you, buddy? Wishing you're here with us this evening. Hey Laura. Don't worry Laura, you won't shit yourself unless you see a ghost on camera. And then imagine how we'll feel. We'll be running after it. As a matter of fact, this whole towpath is haunted. You know, yeah, it was part of the old army barracks, wasn't it?
Yeah, in World War II.
In World War II. That's right, because we just started walking on the towpath at the Wynn Industrial Estate, which is beside Mournview Park. Used to be Lennon Hall Square. There used to be an old army barracks there, and I would say plenty of spirits about that place too. The only thing is we can't investigate around there because there's a lot of houses, and You know, after last week's fiasco, we don't want to be investigating in a residential area. But yeah, but the towpath as well. This was all part of the Newry Ship Canal many years ago, where the ships would have come up Carneyford Lock through Newry, along the canal to Portadown. The towpath runs from Newry to Portadown, and that's when the Ship Canal was very busy. It's been closed down now many years, but in my own investigations in the path in this towpath, I had plenty of evidence of the paranormal. Especially a good bit on down, another couple of miles away. It's actually on past the Carnbain junction. There's a little abandoned lockkeeper's house. And it was in early June last year I witnessed the full-bodied apparition of a lady in that particular house. So that was actually the scene of our first ever live investigation. That little lockkeeper's house. And we got plenty of evidence of paranormal activity that night as well, especially a lot of visual evidence. You know, faces of spirits coming out in the photographs. So there's a lot of history to this canal. There's a bat only after flying past. There's a lot of history to this canal. So as I said, no matter where I've been on the canal or along this towpath, I've always got some sort of evidence of spirits or paranormal activity. And this, you know, this towpath, you know, loads of people use it to walk during the day, sometimes at night, including myself. I walk it most days. And I bet you when them people are walking along, they wouldn't even think that there's spirits around them. You know, last winter I always would have made sure I came down here at night. That little lockkeeper's house, after we investigated it, I sort of made that my own little personal investigation. I would always go there by myself and do EVP recordings and spirit box sessions. You know, none of the team would be with me, I'd just be on my own. And I was down last Halloween night, and of all nights, there's a couple of bats flying about inside it. Never saw bats flying inside it at night before, only Halloween night. That says something. So we found very little evidence of paranormal activity that night. So we're just coming behind St Coman's College now, guys. Hi Colette, hi Patricia. Just coming up behind St Coman's College now. We'll have another part of the towpath to investigate later on, but we'll be doing it off camera because of a sensitive issue. So we should be at Hickeys Lane in about 5 minutes. I'll just give you a bit of a rundown on Hickeys Lane for those who aren't from Newry. You know, Hickeys Lane, it's a little lane that takes you from the towpath out onto the main Armagh Road in Newry. And in June 1921, there was a young man called William Hickey was abducted from his house in the Kilmurray Street area of Newry by a band of British Army soldiers called the Black and Tans, who were renowned for their brutality towards the Irish people. And the Black and Tans took young William up to this particular lane, where they subjected him to a really bad beating. They shot him dead and cut his tongue out. And so hence it was called Hickeys Lane from there on in. And many sightings of a young man in 1920s style clothing have been seen on Hickeys Lane. And through different photographs from years ago, people have identified him as William Hickey. So as I said, we never got in contact with him the last time. The last time we did Hickeys Lane, there was a sort of like an elderly man, a woman and a child came through. So hopefully we'll have a different result tonight. As a matter of fact, one of our regular viewers, Morris, actually saw a young man with the same description walking past the CCTV camera right beside his house. And when he rewinded it back, there was no sign of the person. And there was a strong suspicion that was a sighting of William Hickey. So, who would dare walk down Newry towpath by themselves at this time of night? Oh, down here is very haunted, Donna. Yeah, there's a lot of A lot of spirits roam this towpath. Between the old army barracks, between the spirits of the old ship canal, the abandoned lockkeepers' houses. And then, as I say, later on we'll be investigating a stretch of the canal from the back of B&Q right up a little bit, where a phantom boat has alleged to have been seen on many occasions. So it'd be absolutely awesome if we caught sight of that boat tonight. It'd be amazing just to catch a full-bodied apparition on camera here tonight, wouldn't it? So it'll be at Hickeys Lane in a couple of minutes, guys. Somebody even was telling me just this area here, this sort of lay-by here, yeah. Spurs have been seen here in the past.
When there was army men seen here on numbers of occasions.
Was there? Was it army men? I guarantee if we put the motion sensor lights down, we'll probably get it to light up. We'll go up and do Hickeys Lane anyway. So guys, just to let you, huh?
St Coleman's College is not very active.
Oh, St Coleman's College is very active too, yeah. I'd love to get in there and investigate some night. So guys, if any of us are wondering about what happened to all the photographs of Bestbrick Mill, I'll tell you what happened. We were led to believe that we were allowed to investigate the place and publish photographs and publish a video, and it turns out that the investors were not too happy about us being there, and they threatened legal action with the security company if the photographs weren't removed and if a video was published. So that's why there's nothing up on Facebook at the minute. There's about 80 odd photographs published plus 2 reviews, all of which had to be taken down, and the YouTube video had to be cancelled. And Jared's footage on his mobile phone, it had to be cancelled too. He had to stop uploading it as well. So I apologise for that. Huh? But hopefully, I would love to get in and do Bestbrick Mill again, maybe if it's taken over by somebody else. Because I tell you what guys, it was some experience. It was an amazing experience actually. And we actually did find evidence of paranormal activity in there as well. On the 4th floor and on the 2nd floor. Huh?
Many forgot.
We have 51 at the minute. That's all. It's actually not bad for a Sunday night. I know last week we had about 70. So that's it folks, if you just share the stream, if you can, and we'll get up on to Hickeys Lane and we'll try and contact William himself. Then when we're finished there, we'll come back down onto the towpath. Hi, we'll walk the porter down and back, guys. He's coming along for the walk. By the time we get the porter down, it'll be morning. We'll just get the bus back up the road. So we're just coming up to the turn off now.
What's that? What's that?
That's it, guys. If you can start watch parties or share the stream, Donna, that's a good idea, Donna. Start watch parties. Right, here we go. At the turn off the Hickeys Lane. We'll not go too near the houses. On ahead, guys. Just heading up the lane now. So I managed to get the main motion sensor light working from last week. The body was flat. And we have another speaker for the spirit box. So hopefully it'll work too. When me and Damien, we went on up around the corner. Huh?
You don't want to disrupt anyone there.
I don't want to disrupt anyone else. I'd say just go up and out a wee bit. See this dry patch here, which still there. Now we don't want to disrupt the houses. Because the night me and Damien did it, it was during the winter, so it's at 7:30 at night, you know. So everybody will be in bed. But the spirit has been seen in all parts of the lane. And obviously the spirits we were talking to before, they'd probably come down and see what we're up to. Yeah. We're on Hickeys Lane, Liz. Morris says when we get to the lane 3 around the green gate, that's just on up here. That's beside his house. So Morris is still awake. He's not going to be worried about us making noise. That's the silver gate, is it? Morris, is this that's the silver gate? No, green gate's just right in here. But Morris, we just have to watch because there's houses on up the lane too. So we don't want to be going too near them. What's them lights shining down there? I think they're just on the Armagh Road. Right, there's the green gate just in there, guys. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. See this small motion sensor light? See, this is where me and Damien was talking to the man and woman the last time, and the wee child. I'm just going to drop one motion sensor light here. Oh, there we go. We'll drop the other one just up at the gate here. Yeah, so one motion sensor light's down, guys, just down at the alley gate. And I think we should be alright here. Guys, if you know anybody living in Lisgullion or Drumgullion or whatever the estate is that's beside Hickeys Lane, if you can just inform them that if they see flashlights in Hickeys Lane, not be worrying, it's only us. Just in case they think somebody might be trying to break in, you know. So I have one motion sensor light down. We'll just wait for it to go off, and we'll start our investigation, folks. 67 now, guys. Happy days, is right. So have we any spirits among us this evening? Have we the spirit of William Hickey among us? Have we any spirits who would like to come forward and talk to us? Yeah, we did Narrowwater Castle just before the lockdown, Finn, and we actually plan on going back. Oh, there's the lights come on. Now I wonder why that light came on when I mentioned Narrowwater Castle. I wonder why that light came on when I mentioned Narrowwater. So there we go, guys. That light has just come on. We are a good distance away from it. Nothing has interfered with it whatsoever, unless it's a spirit. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to stick an EVP recorder up beside it. Just going to stick an EVP recorder beside the light, guys. That's it there. Happy days. Just keep an eye for that other one coming on. So just wait for that to go out, guys, and hopefully if there is a spirit manipulating that light, it'll say something into the EVP recorder too. 72. I'll save a few smart arses on the night. Oh! What happened there? That was a bit weird, guys, because there's absolutely no wind out tonight. No wind whatsoever. And that motion sensor light just came off. And it came off with a bit of force. That was placed safely against that gate, and it was knocked down with a bit of force. It didn't just fall, it was pushed off. You could even see it yourselves, it flew off. Huh? Just when I was about to ask a question is right. Was that you responsible for pushing the light off the gate? What's the temperature?
11.1.
11.1. Now the way that light was placed, there's no way it could have fell forward.
Are you angry?
Do you not want us here? Ronan said Benjamin Franklin kicked it over, whoever he is. Huh? Yeah. Do you not want to communicate with us? No? Have you any spirits here whatsoever? Oh.
10.8. You want us to go?
Are you going to communicate with us? Or are you just going to mess us about by turning on the light whenever you feel like it? I reckon just a couple. One of those spurs will just answers whenever he feels like it. Or she. Here, there's a clear difference between this week and last week. Last week we were getting loads of communication. This week hardly any. At the end of the day, guys, you get that at times. Not every week you're going to have an investigation where you're going to get spurs responding to you all the time. Some investigations you will go out and get absolutely nothing. It's happened to us before. Remember that big house we did across the fields, Plug Clodagh? We got very little there that night. So are you a male spirit? Are you a female spirit? Are you a child spirit? I think it's gone, guys. Now I'm going to take a few screenshots while we're here, right? Just in case. Take one up this lane. That's it, guys. You seen last week up at Martin's Lane, we were getting responses left, right and centre. And tonight, the light lit up twice. And whatever's here won't even confirm whether it's male, female, child. Doesn't seem to want to communicate with us whatsoever. So we'll just grab the EVP and the motion sensor, and then we'll move down to the other wee bit then, will we? Yeah. And we'll lift that other, the other motion sensor light's just down there somewhere. So sorry guys, no responses up here. And I have to say, the last night me and Damien were up here. This is the area of Hickeys Lane where we had the man.
We did get a bit, though. We got the light toned down.
Oh, true. Unless that was just the spirit's way of telling us where to go. Didn't want to communicate. I'll just grab that other motion sensor light there, Jared. So we'll just head down to the other section of Hickeys Lane, guys. And we'll see what we can get down there. If not, we'll just go onto the towpath. Yep, that's what I'm going to do now, Colette. I'm just going to check the EVP recorder and see if anything came out on it. Because it was only a couple of minutes long, so we may as well play it while we're here. Because at the end of the day, if we get no responses tonight, guys, then that's the investigation. Well, it's going to be over. You know, there's really no point hanging around if spirits don't want to communicate. You feel a wee bit down here, Jared, huh? Yeah. Yeah. Well, here, at least the love hearts are coming anyway. Come on, Damien, thank you. Oh, there's an old fucking smart arse. What shade are you talking, son? Bye-bye. Blocked. That's 3 people blocked so far. So, don't mind having a bit of a laugh, guys, but if you're going to see if you're going to come on and insult us, you'll be blocked from the stream on the page. That's just the way it's going to be. Just wherever you think, Jared. Alright. Right. I see. There's something wrong. That last one didn't record.
No?
No. Didn't record whatsoever. There's only 2 recordings on this. Something definitely wrong. Why is it our equipment keeps malfunctioning in this past couple of weeks? That's what I would like to know. Yeah, that's it, Colette and Margaret. I know we got a lot of new followers last week, and we're very, very grateful for that. And it's alright, you know, people can come on and have a bit of crack and a bit of a joke with us. But if people are going to be abusive, then they're going to be blocked. That's just the way it is. You see, George set the motion sensor light just in the railings there. Yeah, Dodge EVP recorder is right, Joshua. Well, there's the lights come on anyway. Didn't even have to ask a question. So I think you're right, Jared, about down here being a bit active. Anyway, here, I'm sick blabbing on. Do you two want to ask a couple of questions?
Anyone here with us?
Oh, there we go. We're in the right part of the lane now, guys. Jared didn't even get that question finished and it lit up. Donna's getting a headache. There's a coming on. The question hasn't even been asked. And usually when you get a motion sensor light coming on, that's a sign that a spirit light wants to communicate. Get a screenshot. Right.
Mr. Hickey himself.
Just see if this other EVP will work, guys. I have another one here. Oh. Seems we have Mr. Hickey among us, folks. So I'm just going to set the EVP recorder on the railings. Don't worry, guys, this is another one that we have. A better one, I think. And it's on record.
It's like music in the distance or on the full past that part.
Up here. Funny enough, do you see the night me and Damien investigated down here? We just investigated that wee bridge up there.
Yeah.
Coming through in the spirit box was a lot of music too when that man and woman were talking to us.
Just to confirm, you are Mr. Hickey.
Are you the spirit of William Hickey? Oh. Well, it took a while to answer on both occasions. The guys, that was twice it was asked, was it the spirit of William Hickey? Now, it took a while to answer, but the light did come on. So we do believe 99% that we are in the presence of William Hickey. William, my name's Pabs. Oh, this is Clodagh and Jared. Now, we're very sorry to hear what happened to you at the hands of the Black and Tans. So we just want you to know we're not here to harm you in any way or offend you. We're just here to communicate with you and hopefully for you to tell your story what happened that night. Keeps coming on. It's definitely a spirit there, right? I don't care what anybody says. So, William, can you confirm, is this the area where you were murdered by the Black and Tans? Yes. See, we have to wait till the light goes out, guys, before we can ask another question. So stop typing ask questions. We can only do it one at a time. And William, can you confirm that it was in June 1921 it happened? Yeah. So we're getting better response down here. And at least we're in contact with the spirit that we actually wanted tonight. William, were you taken from your house in the Kilmurray Street area of Newry? Yeah. Every time. Never fails. So for the guys who have come onto the stream to laugh at us, well, not much laughing now, is there? Is your soul not at peace, William? Are you an earthbound spirit, William? Yep.
William, is that music anything to do with you that we're hearing on further up?
Do you hear that?
Yeah.
Guys, can you hear any music in the background? But that just sounds as if it's just coming from down there. There's no houses down there, it's just B&Q down there. And Lidl, we're behind B&Q and Lidl, that's just down there. And the last question you asked, Jared, had the music anything to do with him and the light came on there? So, William, who is it that's playing the music? Is it yourself? Can you confirm that you were a member of the IRA at the time of your death? $85, guys.
It's a new record, is it?
That's a new record. 85. Haha.
Are you at peace, William?
You are at peace, William. Yeah, it has got a wee bit windy, alright. Actually, Barbie says I was updated yet. Good man, Damien. Good man. Damien's taking care of the smart horses. So you can see every question we've asked, guys, that light has come on. And if that's not proof that there's a spirit among us, I don't know what is.
Do you mind us being here tonight, William?
Would you like to communicate with us, William? Yeah. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. Now, what I'm going to do now, William, because this technology would not have been available in your time, if you would like to come over and stand beside me, and if you need to, you can use my energy. I'm going to turn on this little black box I have in my hand and ask you a few questions. And if you just talk into the little black box, we would greatly appreciate it. Guys, if you hear anything on the spirit box, just type in the comments if you hear anything. So, William, could you come over and just confirm that it's you that's with us this evening? There's the female. Don't be afraid to come and talk to us, William. Liam says, how can he talk to cut his tongue out? Fucking hell. Oh. Well, that is a good question, Liam. That is a good question. That's probably why he's not talking. William, would you prefer just to communicate using the motion sensor light? Yeah. Sorry guys, turn the spirit box off because I asked him would he prefer using the motion sensor light to communicate, and he said yes. Didn't hear one male voice come through in that spirit box whatsoever, so he's obviously not happy communicating through that. And I suppose as Liam said, how can he communicate fucking to cut his tongue out? Not being smart, but that is exactly what happened. Kieran Joyce says he's behind us. Kieran Joyce said he's behind you. So do you just want to ask a couple of questions, guys? What's that? William, would you like help to move over into the spirit world? William, you don't have to stay here. All you have to do is move towards the light and go through it. And there you'll find your family and friends and all the happiness you ever wanted. No need to be bound to here. No need to be bound to here whatsoever. Yeah. Don't be afraid to go into that light. And if there's any spirits here that are trying to hold you back, don't let them. Don't do as they tell you. We respect your decision that you didn't want to communicate through this device. So really we have no other questions to ask you. We've come and we've found out everything. Well, one further question before we go. Do you forgive the people who did this to you? Yes. Well, you're a better man than me, so fair play to you. So I do hope you can move into the spirit world where you can live in the other life in a bit of peace. So William, thank you very much for communicating with us this evening. So God bless and good luck, pal. Karina said she saw a flash of light. What did you? So
EVP.
Cheers, Jared. We'll just analyse the EVP guys as we're walking up towards the bridge. We're heading up to the bridge now, and we're going to investigate the stretch of waterway between this bridge and the bypass bridge, because apparently that's where the phantom boat has been seen from time to time. Now, whether people are telling the truth or whether it's just a made up story, our job as paranormal investigators is obviously to come and investigate it. Chloe, how is it not real? None of us were standing near that motion sensor light, and any question we asked, it lit up. There was nothing interfering with that light. There was no bugs or anything flying around it. So there's nothing else could have manipulated it. And at the end of the day, folks, if you don't like what we do, take yourselves off this page. You won't be missed, I can tell you. Thank you, Shawnee. I'm grand, Ora. I'm grand. Thank you very much. I'm glad to see you're enjoying the stream, Ora, and everybody else. Well, Chloe, everybody has their own opinion. Everybody has their own opinion on the paranormal. Some believe, some disbelieve. I happen to believe because of personal experiences. They're just coming up towards the bridge now, guys. Wouldn't it be class if we saw something here tonight? Huh? I think we'll just stand in the middle of the bridge for the minute. And maybe if Clodagh can just focus the camera on the water a wee bit down, you know, because it's between here and up by the bypass bridge. That's where it's been spotted, you know. We've a couple of trees blocking our way. That's right, Margaret. We're on the towpath there, Laura. Thank you, Joshua. Thank you, Orla. Yeah, anybody doesn't believe what we do, it's simple, you just don't have to watch. We're not forcing them, you know. I mean, at the end of the day, you all saw the reaction with that motion sensor light when we asked questions. You know, it speaks for itself. None of us were near it, so none of us were manipulating it. The lights were constantly on it, so there was no bugs manipulating it. And a couple of ducks just flew out of the water there near, give Jared a heart attack. So it is along this stretch of water here, guys. This phantom boat is supposed to be seen. It would be absolutely amazing to see it, I swear to God. I'm not just saying that. I mean, I was on my own last June when I saw that full-bodied apparition in the lockkeeper's house. So seeing a spirit or an apparition wouldn't bother me in the slightest. So, fine, I'm just going to stick my motion sensor light down over here, because this is where me and Damien were talking to that couple the last time. It was along here, so just want to see if they're still about. I'll tell you what happened, Finn. There was a couple of ducks came out of the canal and near scared the shit out of Jared. Have we any spirits on the bridge with us tonight? Oh, the spirits of Anne and her partner here that were with me and Damien the last time. No response. Them two actually must have moved on. Here, Damien, remember the night we investigated here, that man and woman? They obviously must have moved on. Well, we moved down under towards the bridge, guys. The bypass bridge. So go down underneath the bypass bridge, guys. If anything does show up, which is very rare to catch anything paranormal on camera, like an apparition, it's very rare that happens. It's even very rare for the professionals. But if anything is seen on the canal, then down by this bridge would be the place to see it, because there's a good view both ways. Oh, don't worry, Liz, you'll be able to come out with us some night. Next Thursday we're booked up. I tell you what, Liz, just private message the page and I'll get back to you later on whenever I get back home, and we'll sort something out. So just hope we get a bit of evidence down here, guys. If not, we'll be heading home. But at least we set out to achieve what we can to achieve, and that was actually get in contact with William Hickey's spirit. No, I can't hear any music at all. It was down here it was coming from. Because here, there's no houses here because we're at the back at the Mully Retail Park. Craig Taylor, hello from Tenerife. Oh well, Craig, thank you very much for joining us from Tenerife. That's the good thing, with people from all over the world following us on this page. But I will say I was very, very happy last week when I saw a lot of local people coming on to follow us. You know, we do appreciate every follow. But it's nice when people from your hometown come on and start following too. And just for the people who are new to the page, just to let you know, we actually have a US team, a team based in Massachusetts in the United States, run by my good friends Tara and Randy. Now, they never did any live investigations this week, but just keep an eye out for them in the future too. I'll just stall under here, will I? It's here alright. So yeah, guys, we have a good view in both directions, even though on your streams you mightn't have, or on your screen, sorry, you mightn't have a good view. I'll get a good bit away from that motion sensor light. Have we any spirits under this bridge with us this evening? We are under the impression that a boat sails up and down here every so often. Can anybody confirm this? Nope. No answers here either, guys. I think coming down here could have been a waste of time too. But there's that wee bit that we have to do when we go offline here. We're not going to film it. Now you're right, Craig. Under the bridge, probably a lot of empty bottles of spirits. Probably through. We're getting no reaction here whatsoever. And the only thing, guys, I'd love to go down to the abandoned lockkeeper's house tonight, but it's too far away, and I'm shattered. But we'll go down there some other night. That was the night of our first investigation, so we'll take us back. You know, since we've had a lot of new people join the page this past while, we'll take us back down to the lockkeeper's house some night. That was where we first investigated, and we'll do another investigation there. Hello, Joni. Yes, we're all still alive. Now, we're not having any luck here tonight, guys. No luck. What do you want to do? Not much more we can do either. Guys, there's really not much more we can do here. That's just me walking towards that, lit it up, so don't worry. Not much more we can do here this evening. We just have one more port of call, but it's a bit of a sensitive issue, so we're not going to stream it. And we're sorry, tonight's investigation has been a bit short-lived. But at least we did get what we came for, and that was to come into contact with the spirit of William Hickey. We never got any evidence down here or up on the bridge, you know. But you know, things like that happen. You know, through our investigations from last November when we started, we have been very, very fortunate that in the majority of our investigations we have had contact with spirits the whole way through the investigation. And that isn't the case tonight. But as I said, shit happens sometimes, you know. But whatever success we did have tonight, guys, I hope you guys all enjoyed it. And we're back out again on Thursday night. We don't know yet exactly where we're going Thursday night, but we'll be live 10 o'clock as usual Thursday night. So hope you all can join us for Thursday night's investigation. As I say, live 10 o'clock. But until then, folks, thank you very much for tuning in. Share this stream as much as you can. Share the page too. Get people to like us. Get people to follow us. So until Thursday at 10 o'clock, good night and God bless. And see you all soon.